All right. Um, welcome. And you may be wondering my background and where I am. I'm actually today. I actually got not today, but I actually got ACL surgery done about a week ago, a little bit more than a week ago, and I have a band-aid and a brace on. As you can see my well, my crutches there. And so that's why I'm here. I've been pretty much sitting down on my couch in my living room for the past week and a half. And but I made a commitment to go live, and so here I am. And so today I want to talk about um, a simple formula, right, to basically um, get clients for your business, right? Um, I don't care what kind of business you have, whether it's a local business or whether it's, well, I won't say local business. It's a little bit different, I think, in terms of marketing. But um, ultimately, if you are an agency or you're a real estate professional or insurance, selling uh, insurance, wherever it may be, right? This is the number one thing that you should be focused on, especially when you at the beginning of your career, right? And even for that matter, even if you're 5 or 10 years into the business, this is something you need to do every single day, right? And this is what's going to help build your business. The problem becomes um, when people start getting busy as in terms of getting customers, and they have to now fulfill and transact on those uh, deliverables, or in take care of the transactions. The the simple formula that I'm going to talk about today sometimes stops, right? So one of the things that I've been hearing over and over again, and I say myself, there's a thing called rule of 100. So basically, uh, contact 100 people every single day. Now, believe me, that's really difficult, especially if you're working full time. Or let's just say if right now I'm building a SaaS business and my goal is to reach out to people, but then at the same time I have clients that I have to manage, or I have deliverables that I need to take care of, and then I also have a team to manage, and uh, et cetera, et cetera, right? So everybody's situation is going to be different depending on where you are, but you need to um, basically get in conversation or book opportunities. And so this is something I recently learned, which kind of helped crystallize some of the, I guess, the nuances of the rule of 100. So making 100, because I think it's really difficult to reach out to 100 people, right? Whether it's DMing people or connecting people with LinkedIn, and even reaching out to them. So this is an adaptation, like maybe I wouldn't say adoption, or a little bit of I guess, uh, yeah, how should I call it? A change, not necessarily rule over 100, but basically y- every single day, your goal is to set 5 opportunities on any given day. Now, that doesn't mean that you have 5 opportunities on that day. Is that as you're reaching out to people, you book 5 opportunities, whether in the future, or, and that's a goal that you should set, right? Or if you can't set those 5 opportunities, then your goal should be aimed for 10 conversations that you can have, right? The conversation could be in terms of direct message and getting some sort of engagement and inclination, I guess, that they are willing to meet with you, or, book an appointment with you at a later time or something like that, right? So a combination of this, right? Aim for 5 opportunities, 5 bookings, or 10 conversations, or 100 outreaches. right? Um, what I hear a lot is when a lot of people say, I ran out of warm market to talk to. Believe me, um, even if you're just starting out, right? To to connect with all of the people that are on your Facebook profiles, on your LinkedIn, all your Instagram followers, or your Facebook followers, and to reach out to them, it's going to take a while, right? I think. But the goal is you want to try to get over and reach out to those people, and even on your phone, right? All the contacts in your phone, all the people that you have in your email data, in your email list. I mean, your contact list in your whatever. If you use Gmail or Outlook, believe me, you're going to come up with thousands of people on that list, right? And it may be hard because as you're going through this list, you may be thinking, "Oh my gosh, I haven't spoken to this person in like ages. I don't know what to say," right? Basically, then if you can't make a decision on how to connect with these people or what to say to these people, go to the next one and basically, um, sometimes it's easier to make connections with professional level on than personal level, right? um, so as I was saying, you know, if you absolutely have nobody that you can talk to, then you start going out to the cold market, and that's where you start your cold email marketing. Now, that's a whole different uh, segment in itself. So, what I did was basically, okay, it's really difficult for me to set uh, set that conversation or set aside a time to do conversations because of all the things on my plate. So what I got to do is I got to set some sort of automations where I'm going to be automatically emailing or contacting some of these people in my email or my sphere automatically every single day. And so what I did was I took all of the databases of people and I set up an automation where I'm sending at least 100 emails out on a daily basis to all of my contacts asking a simple question, simple as, are you, whatever niche that you're in. Let's just say you are a real estate agent. A simple email or text message saying to all the people in your contacts, do you happen to know anybody that's looking to sell or buy a house, a home, right? Um, and you can word it a little bit better, but it's just a matter of just emailing and networking. Just a simple email, simple as that, and that's what I call a database reactivation, right? So when I talk about simple formula, it's setting up an automation that you're going to send out at least 100, whether it's an email, text message, every single day. And then on top of that, what you do is you spend a couple of hours DMing on social media uh, or text messaging the people on your phone or your contact list in your email and trying to get 10 conversations or 5 opportunities. And so from those activities, your goal every single day is to, at a minimum, get 5 opportunities, book 5 opportunities. Now, don't get yourself down if you can't do that. If at a minimum, if you can set 1 opportunities, right, and then a couple of conversations, right, I think that is um, for some reason when I'm actually talking on like this, my voice goes out for some reason. It's probably because I'm trying to project my voice. But anyway, so that is the simple formula: is to book at a minimum, 1 5. I mean, if you want to strive for 5, I would say strive for 5 opportunities, right? At a minimum, 10 conversations and 100 outreaches. And that's basically something that Previously I did set for 100 outreaches, and when I use that as a goal, as a milestone, I never reached it, and so it got me a little, I guess, deflated. It's like, if you set goals and you're always not reaching your goals, it just makes you feel down because you're like saying to yourself, "Oh man, I didn't reach my goal. Man, I didn't reach my goal." So when you start doing that, it puts it puts you in a negative frame of reference. So at a minimum, when you're first starting out, let's just say, um, you know, start with one, right? Um, the response to that, let's say, one of the, I would say, what do you do when you're stuck, right? When I say when you're stuck is basically what do you do when you're not reaching your goal? You keep on, not reaching your goal. So basically, you have to. There's three things I would say is what are you using to make those goals or decisions, right? And sometimes it's a matter of volume. A lot of people, including myself, do the things that are easy rather than doing the hard stuff. The hard stuff is reaching out to people and connecting with people and consistently doing that every single day. Um, and then look in the mirror, basically, right? Doing an audit of exactly the time that you spend doing whatever it is that you're doing in your business, and you realize that there's probably times that you're just not spending time on the things that's really going to help you move the needle in your business, right? I would say majority of the time should be spent in marketing and sales, right, and booking those opportunities, and then um, really saying to yourself, what are the stakes if you avoid the work, right? What are you going to lose? Not what are you going to gain, but what are you going to lose, right? What's at stake for you, right? And so you have to take a look in the mirror and really figure that out, right? Um, all right. So on that note, I think that let me see. I'm going to check the chat session and see if there's any questions. Hopefully by next week I'll be back in my desk and I'll be streaming from my regular place of business, which is my home office. But for now, I am sitting in my living room. All right, so I'm gonna check to see if there's any messages and see. I don't see any messages. I am. I'm also gonna go. Um, I'm due to recent Facebook changes. I'm not streaming to the Facebook group. I'm only streaming to my YouTube channel and LinkedIn and on my Facebook page. And so, if you, what I'm gonna do with my Facebook group, I am not sure at this point. We'll see. Okay. In 30 minutes, in about 30 minutes, actually, no, in about 45 minutes at 12 o'clock, I have my monthly meetup that I do. If you are an agency or a SaaS business owner, this is specifically geared toward those people that are building their SaaS and their agency. Um, I hold a meetup for those type of professionals. You're welcome to join. I'm going to put the link right now in here. Let me see if I can do this to add a banner. No. Uh, Let me see if I could do this. Uh, I'm gonna put the link meetup.kmadison.com. Zoom. Okay, let's see if I can do that and see there. All right, so that is the link. If you would like to join, if you are an agency owner or a SaaS business owner, and I do a monthly meetup. Usually, it's going to be on the first uh, Thursday of the month, but for today, I did it. It is even though it's the second week of the month. Um, but moving forward, it is going to be the first Thursday of the month. All right. So this is specifically for SaaS as well as marketing agency business owners. Basically, it's a meetup to build a community of like-minded professionals in that capacity. Okay. All right. On that note, am going to call it quits. I don't see any questions or comments here. And I will see you next week. Okay. Bye now.